Yeah, we gotta talk about this new YG song. This is actually some heavy shit. Like, number one, I wasn't expecting this at all. This is out of nowhere, crazy. But as a black man, it doesn't surprise me. Honestly, it's a very common, unfortunately, experience for young black men. In fact, same exact story this nigga has, minus the ass eating, is similar to basically something that I, had going on in my life when I was in high school. I wasn't 14, I was 15. And the woman wasn't 30. She was like 26, 27 or something like that. But still, like, she was significantly older than I was. But this is not about my trauma. This is about YG's trauma. And this nigga made this song about his trauma, and it's a great record, number one. But it's a great example of what we mean when we say, hip hop being personal and, being vulnerable opens you to newer artistic heights, because this is actually, number one, something that we've needed to talk about in hip hop for a while. This is something that, honestly, the black community has needed to talk about for a while. And don't mind my background. I got fucking 3 kids. Now they're down there listening to a Goofy movie soundtrack and shit. But yeah, they were my kids was crying and shit. Probably sure y'all heard that in the background. But anyway, this is groundbreaking, really. Like, we don't have this, at least in my modern hip hop memory, we don't have this. Like, we have, songs about abuse, but they're typically from the perspective of a woman or a girl. But I think that YG definitely tackled this in a really tasteful, and I mean, like, not to, say that it could really, I don't, what's really tasteful about, how can you be tasteful about something like that? But, like, in a way that it's like, it's easy for me to listen to this and not feel like weird, like, it's a cautionary tale that doesn't leave you feeling as uneasy. And maybe it's just me being desensitized, having shared this experience myself, but it doesn't leave me uneasy going away from it. You know what I mean? But it is an awkward subject. It's a hot button subject for sure. But I think that he did a really good job of telling this story and laying out what happened, how he discovered, what was going on was wrong eventually. And, this could be a really good song for a young black man to hear, that they could really need to hear. Like, not only could this really, like, potentially help somebody's mental health a lot by having somebody who can relate to their lived trauma telling them you're not to blame, this society that we lived in that created this person that took advantage of you is to blame. And I think that's a positive message that, we need to hear. And really, I don't see how anybody could take a negative away from this song. Like, yeah, he said there was a part where he said he enjoyed it. As somebody who went through a similar thing, like, that's kind of the mindset you have when it happens. Like, as young boys, and especially black boys, we're socialized to believe that part of masculinity and part of being a man is the act of having sex with women. And the more women you have sex with, and the sooner you have sex with more women, the manlier you are. Excuse me, I just had to take some coffee. But it's like a complex of like a similar to like a Stockholm syndrome. Like, you enjoy it. Like, obviously you're gonna enjoy a sexual experience that you don't see as traumatic. Like, it's not like, I'm being held down and all the forced into anything. Like, and that's kind of the wicked part about it. It's like a manipulative, coercive, what's the word I'm looking for? Influence type thing. Like, this older person obviously also has power. Like, it's a power dynamic thing as well. Like, you don't understand all those elements as a kid. And as a teenager, obviously, I was already sexually active. So, like, I really didn't see any issue with it. It wasn't like it was my first time, like YG said in his song. So, to me, I think there's a slight, difference in the experience, but I can still relate to the core experience that, he was talking about in the song. But that being said, there was also the theme of the fact that he told his friends, they didn't think there was anything wrong with it either. And that's, again, because of how we're socialized as black boys to, think about sex. To me, that wasn't even, there was nothing wrong with that until I came later down the line to realize, that was actually wrong. And, obviously, I think that it is in actuality wrong, but in the time, when you're experiencing it, there's it's really hard to describe. And especially now that I actually have, the ability to put the connect the dots. Because, obviously a fucking 27-year-old woman shouldn't be fucking picking up a kid from high school and fucking them. But that's another thing that we don't talk about in the black community, is how black boys are often victimized during their childhood. And that wasn't even the first time that I was, but it's very common and we don't talk about it. That needs to be a discussion, because we're not protecting black boys. And I'm a father. I have 3 sons. I don't trust people. There is only 2 people that I trust around my kids. And my kids don't go and spend the night with strangers or none of that. And they won't, ever. Because this is a thing that has a high likelihood of happening. And we need to talk about it. He also talked about, and this is probably this is definitely a more recent, thing for him, of the loss of Nipsey Hussle. And his other friend that died. I think Slim 400 is his name. There's a lot of death around the lifestyle that YG lives. /lived. I can't speak on, what gang activity he's involved in right now as a fucking probably multimillionaire, but I would imagine it's probably minimal. So there's like a survivor's guilt that comes with that as well. So like there's themes of that. There's themes of, childhood trauma. And like this is just the vulnerability that people are wanting from rappers. And I don't hate it, but I don't necessarily expect every single rapper to come out with a song like this. Like, was it a good thing? Yes. Do I feel like we need 30 songs like this now? I don't necessarily believe that. And that might be a controversial take, but I think that this song is the song, and you should listen to this song, and we should promote this song as the song that is the cautionary tale. But this just was a little quick video. I wanted to, say my thoughts on this. I listened to the song. I didn't do a reaction video because honestly, I didn't have that much of a reaction to it. I kind of just listened to it and was like, dang, that's crazy. Didn't expect that. But let me know what you guys think. Do y'all want to hear more songs like this from rappers? Do you not? Do you agree with me? Do you think we don't necessarily need 30 different songs like this? What's your take? Let me know in the comments. Drop a like if you like the video. Subscribe. Please, that will greatly assist me in getting my videos in the algorithm. And, till next time, SNU TV.